basement, me, my pen, and my pad. Started thinking about things I never had. Was broke as a joke, ain't never laughed.
Woke up today, and before today, only two teams from Africa had qualified, past World Cup, group stage, whatever. I woke up today, nine out of the 10 African teams: Congo, Morocco, South Africa, Senegal, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Cape Verde, Egypt, Algeria qualified for round of 32 knockout stage World Cup. South Africa plays actually today, Canada, 3 o'clock. Shout out to Africa, man. Shout out to, you know, first continent, human bones found. Shout out to just the development of African football. Because I bet a lot of people didn't think we would be here, but we're here. And we're here to stay. Um, Morocco obviously is the first, and we're getting into it, little, round of 32 knockout stage, matchups that last night. A lot of stuff. Um, and we'll just kind of go through the rounds, but 9 out of 10 African teams qualified World Cup first time since 1932. Now, this round of 32, obviously, um, you know, it looks a bit it looked a bit, I don't want to say rigged, because rigged is never, a good, term to use, because at the end of the day, you play. And for people that are Portugal fans, or just other fans in general, such as Messi or Ronaldo. You guys see what I'm getting at here. So obviously, Argentina is on the other side of the bracket from pretty much everyone else, that people would think is major, um major competition. And let's look at it here. I mean, hey, let's go through this. I want to start with, you know top of the list, Germany, Paraguay. Germany, obviously, better team. They got some really nice pieces over there. I like Germany for this one. Obviously, I don't want to say it like this. The World Cup. Yeah, people. It always seems to come down to the same five, nations: with France, Netherlands, Argentina, Portugal, Brazil. It always seems to come down to those, you know, major five power. But I like to think of, especially this World Cup, it is any given Sunday mentality. People, soccer fans, they might not know what any given Sunday means. Is that in football, when they say any given Sunday, you could be the better team, better record, more talented, team, whatever, have the better quarterback. All I got to do is be better than you and not make mistakes for 60 minutes. Then in an NFL game, with the World Cup, what we're seeing, Cape Verde, Curacao, like, all I got to do is tie, a draw, or maybe, win. You saw Haiti leading Morocco for a good portion of their game. All I got to do is be better than you for 90 minutes and some change. Obviously, that's, a lot hard, trying to contain guys. Teams like France, we're going to get into France. But any given Sunday mentality, that seems to be the case so far, with a good amount of games so far in this World Cup. So that's just something to look out for. Next up, so I was watching the guys last night. Henry, Zatan on Fox. I was watching the guys, and a little bit of, a standoff, duel. This game is gonna feed families over at Fox Sports. Shout out to the guys. That being said, France. I mean, bro. Dark skin, bro. They got dark skin Mikael Bridges balling out, aka Dembele, um, Mbappe. The dictator. He's gonna do what he's gonna do, and then, bro, you got all, bro, Due, bro, you got all these guys on France, Chelmene, commanding, the midfield. You got all these guys on France. Olivier, like, bro, it's bro. You stop one guy, Dembele. If you stop Mbappe, Dembele's gonna score. You try to stop him, Due, comes up, bro. We got France over Sweden in that one. Today, next up, South Africa, Canada. Canada has like they've been flying like they got put in. I think safe to say they got put in an easier group because of host nation. I think South Africa they've had some really nice wins. They've had some success. This is gonna be one of those tough ones. Once again, that game is the first game. That game is gonna be today. We'll go. We are gonna go South Africa. We are gonna go South Africa over Canada. Once again, I just think Canada was in an easier group. Um, Not saying South Africa was like in the kind of gauntlet, but you know I like South Africa's chances, and we'll see that today. I think that'll be in Vancouver. Oof. This is a really tough one because both of these teams are teams that are kind of like your dark horses that are expected to go far. This one's tough. Netherlands, Morocco. Um, I mean, what can you say? I mean, Netherlands are the Minnesota Timberwolves of soccer, or at least the old Minnesota Timberwolves of soccer. They called Minnesota 2 years ago the trees, Jurassic Park. Netherlands, or the UVA lacrosse of soccer. Just the height, the athleticism, and the other side you got Morocco, who obviously extremely good team in my opinion, the best African team still standing. Um, but this is tough, man. I think I'm gonna have to roll with Professor Akimi and the guys. Um, but this is one of those extremely tough matchup. I mean, Netherlands starts out in front, the odds, but this is gonna be one of those matches where it's like, whoa, like extreme. Both teams incredibly talented. We'll see what happens. Next up, first, like this. So this game, Portugal, Croatia. I've been seeing a lot of people online saying that first off, the team is not, you know, there's a lot of selfish hero ball and Felix, and other guys. What are they doing? A lot of me, not a lot of team. Um, but they've been saying a lot about Ronaldo, and we're gonna get to the other guy as well. But they've been saying a lot about Ronaldo, and it seems to me that Portugal has entered this World Cup playing I was a different style, maybe more defensive oriented. Because I mean, it's obviously been low scoring so far in their campaign for the most part. Um, but I think Portugal they just might be going with a different style of attack so far. That being said, we're going to take Portugal to beat Croatia. Croatia, I mean, Croatia, they had a great uh, game yesterday. I believe that was against Ghana yesterday. Um, but Croatia they don't seem. It seems that Portugal still has the ability when they absolutely need to have it. Can they pull through? We saw the Colombia game last night. Didn't look obviously great, but it seemed that was a more defensive, physical. I mean, anytime you're playing a South American team, it's going to be more physical, defensive oriented match. On the other side, you got another European team, so a bit more skill. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying Europeans don't have physicality, but when you're playing a team from South America, bro. We just saw what happened to Spain when they played Uruguay. It's a different animal. But we're gonna take Portugal over Croatia. Next up, look at here. Spain, Austria, not much to say here. I mean, Nico Williams, the other guy, I think Yuvan, he's gonna be out. I think for just the rest of the tournament, fortunately. But Yamal, other Ikurea, other guys, there's not much to say here. Spain, come on, bro. Uh oh, oh shoot. Now, I saw it's really funny because I think everybody's seen the clip of the reporter, the ABC reporter, talking about I don't even know where Bosnia is on the map. I don't want to know. The I don't want to know. I think is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. Especially I think it's funny the person who like founded or currently runs ABC right now was born in Bosnia Herzegovina. So that's interesting. That being said, I'm going to take USA in this one. Bosnia, obviously, strong fan base, some talented players. I think they had an 18-year-old had a really nice goal in the group stage, but USA. I think USA obviously objectively can pull this one out. Guys are gonna be back on the pitch. Freeman, Balogun, Pulisic, guys getting back healthy. So I think USA pulls it out in this one, round of 32, moves on to round of 16. My fault. Um, Next up, Belgium, Senegal. It's really tough because Belgium, I know they scored what was that, 5 goals or whatever. Um, last their last game, but hey, they did not look good the first 2 games. Picked it up in the third one. Senegal, they've been, they were a bit, I think they've had a good, obviously good tournament so far. This is really tough because when Belgium's attack is on, it's on. Um, Senegal. This is one of those really hard ones. Once again, you can't necessarily go wrong. Um, like I want to say, but once again, we don't know because once again, the first 2 games looked a bit shaky. Um, we're just gonna say with our chest, let's go Senegal. We're gonna say with our chest, we're gonna stand on it. Senegal advances round of 16 past Belgium. I'm so sad. I'm so sad about this next one. There's so many like good teams. It's like, bro, why did they get put on the other side of the bracket with all these other people? Like Brazil, Japan. Now, okay, we know. I want to start out by saying, bro, we know that this is not the old, 2014, 2010. Like this is not the old Brazil. That being said, let's look around here. Vinny, Ronaldinho, sorry, Richarlison, let's just, and then defensively, that back line. I mean, it's going to be very tough for Japan to overcome. I think the talent that Brazil, because once again, I think people keep on saying this is not what Brazil used to be, an all-time team, and now this is still a very good team. So I'm gonna still go Brazil. I think Japan will be a not an easy out, but I just think Brazil will have it tomorrow. They're gonna bring it. They're gonna know the expectations, the intensity, and they're gonna bring it to the pitch tomorrow to Brazil over Japan. Next up, now people might say this is a biased take for who I'm gonna pick to win this game because I know who's on the other side. Ivory Coast, Norway. Now, first off, I think we can all agree we love the coach. We love the Ivory Coast coach, his reaction so far. It's kind of like Aaron Glenn esque, except Ivory Coast is actually, winning the Jets. I'm sorry, Jets fans, but you guys don't win. Um, that being said, I know who's on Norway. I know. I'm well aware. Can Ivory Coast defense hold, slow down, attempt to stop Erling Haaland for 90 minutes? That's going to be a very tough ask. I am taking Norway to lose to the Ivory Coast. What once again, you know, you know what? For people that are saying the tape might be biased, Ivory Coast when that there's been certain teams this year like so far we've seen their attacks, Portugal, um, Ecuador. We're gonna talk about some of these England, some of the other teams. You haven't seen their attack really do much, but when Ivory Coast, when they had their attack on, they could score the ball, they could move it, switch the field. So I really I like these teams' chances. There's some teams where it's like, okay, they don't really have the strong chance. We're about to get into some of these teams. Um, but yeah, um, we're gonna take Ivory Coast in this one. We're gonna stand on it, and we're gonna see what happens. Next up, in my opinion, this is gonna be the most physical game of the round of 32. This is going to be the game, with the most, on the line. It's going to be in South America. It's going to be in Mexico, most likely. I'm assuming. Night game. The expectation is going to be an all-time high. I'm talking about Mexico, Ecuador. Now, Mexico, we've seen them come alive. Especially I think that second group stage game. I forgot who it was against. We saw the stadium erupt. We saw the offense come alive. On the other side, you got a young offense. Um, headed by the vet at Valencia. But you got these other guys. You got Caicedo. You got some other guys in there in the mix. I'm gonna take Ecuador. That would be a massive upset, especially in front of the. It'll be an upset, because Mexico home, the fans. So we're going to take Ecuador to upset the Mexico fans, in that one. I just think that Mexico, there's some holes that can be patched, holes that Ecuador hopefully can fill. I mean, obviously Ecuador has had an issue scoring, and we'll see what happens. But I will take Ecuador in that one to upset one of the home teams. Next up, England, Congo. Congo's not an easy out. I was at the game yesterday. When they put on the offensive show, Congo, they can score. I mean, they were playing a lot of possession, and it seemed like it was going to bite them because Uzbekistan scored early, and it seemed like Congo was never going to score. But then eventually, Congo started breaking down the backline defense, attacking the right side of Uzbekistan's defensive line. Um, all that being said, Saka, Bellingham, Kane, taking England, man, taking England on this one. I think those three guys in particular, they're gonna understand the expectations. They're gonna answer the bell. Taking England against Congo. Next up, I'm looking to all my friends, friends of the show, just people in general. I'm looking at you guys, Argentina fans in the back. You know this is rigged. Don't tell me that Argentina got the easiest matchup out of the entire group stage. Are you kidding me? I'm looking at you in the back, bro. Stop laughing. I see you. I see you in the back. Don't laugh, bro. This is not funny. This is not a game, bro. We're taking Argentina, obviously beating Cape Verde. Um, I don't know how this happened. FIFA, bro, we could have a discussion because I don't know how this matchup got asserted, got approved. I don't know who moved stuff around. Um, but Argentina, Cape Verde, not much to say here. Cape Verde, great story. It's been great. Me and Z still got to go. But yo, not much to say here. Argentina, moving on. Next up, Australia, Egypt. Australia, they haven't looked that great. Egypt, they came alive. The last couple of group stage games. Going to take Egypt. Shout out Hadi. Um, I'm going to take Egypt in that one. Not much to say there either. Switzerland, Algeria. It's well, first the display that Algeria and Switzerland put on yesterday. I mean, that Switzerland, Algeria, and Austria put on yesterday. Bro, what are we doing, guys? Bro, what was that? What was that? Um, we'll take Switzerland. We'll take Switzerland. They've looked like the better team. Um, so far, once again, any given Sunday mentality, but we'll take Switzerland beating Algeria. This is gonna be good. This what the last one. This is going to be good. Colombia, Ghana, 9:30 game. I'm taking Ghana. Bro. This is the bro. You're talking about one team plays an extremely physical, aggressive style of play, looking to push the pace. We'll shoot from anywhere. Colombians on the other side, Ghana. Um, A got some skill, technical defense, can bring the physicality, can bring the pressure. Especially the forwards up front. I can just see Ghana, going away with this one. I I I can really see it happening. Um but this is going to be one of those really tough games. Nothing's going to be easily given. Um but hey, France, USA, Ivory Coast, England, Argentina, Switzerland, Colombia, Ghana, Cape Verde, Norway, Japan, Brazil, Senegal. Yo, this, and this is the last thing we'll say. This is why the World Cup is arguably the greatest event ever created in world history. Not United Nations or other stuff. This is the only place. All the names I just all the countries I just mentioned, people can come to get. Bro, I'm watching it. I'm at the game yesterday. I mean, I'm Haiti, Nigeria, USA. I'm up there with the Congo doing, the thing, whatever, the celebration, the whistles in the tunnel. I'm seeing USA. I'm seeing people from Morocco and Turkey in the stands yesterday going crazy. I'm seeing people from Colombia in the thing, Mexico. Bro, the World Cup is the place, bro. Where else are we gonna see people from Brazil and Japan coming together? Like this is great. This is insane. This is crazy. This is great. People from like Ivory Coast and Norway. Like who would have thought this? I mean, this is just a great thing for sports in general. So shout out to the World Cup, man. And hey, we'll come back. We might bring on some more friends. We try to bring on some more friends of the show. Round of 16. Um, Especially if we get into quarterfinals, semifinals. We're definitely gonna try to bring some guys on because some guys got some interesting takes about how this whole thing is gonna shape up. But hey, man, it's your boy Philly Talk Play. Always give it a stack. Always give it a buck. I'm out, y'all.